Donna Spencer, Canadian Press. Corey, maybe just the importance of winning game one on the road in this series.
Yeah, it's it's important. I think our start was a little hectic, and a 4-minute penalty early and getting down by 2, but we stuck with our game plan and found a way. And we came here to win hockey games, and we found a way tonight.
Corey, can you speak to the team's resiliency? I believe Jack Michaels tweeted out it's the 5th come-from-behind victory in a row in the playoffs, first time in NHL history that's happened.
Yeah, we did. Like I said, it was kind of a hectic start. Got the 4-minute penalty early, and they found a bounce and it went in the net. And, but I think after that we settled in and played our style of game, and it's great that we can come back, but it'd be nice to get on the other side of things and push forward, with the lead at one point.
Calvin, 12-1 shots total in the second period. I know it sounds a little off, but the reality, you got to stay focused in that situation, don't you? Even though you're watching the territorial domination, I mean, they get one chance, it could go the other way. It's just a thought on staying in the moment, and
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, the first period had some shot attempts. They got some looks. They had some shots that went wide. And then, with our team, we have the puck usually more than the other team. And we were rolling around in the O zone, and they were just, chipping it out, and we were just kind of rolling them over. And got to stay ready. Obviously, they had a couple looks, couple that missed the net. Obviously, one shot was counted, but that's my job. The next shot, I got to save it and keep my team in the game.
Did you hit that point? You've talked about the old Grant Fuhr method where you just don't let in the next goal. Did you feel that way when it's 2-0? The third goal is pretty big. Yeah,
for sure. Obviously, they're a stingy team. They're very good defensively, and getting down by 3 is not a good recipe against them. They didn't have a ton of looks in the second, and we could have scored 1 or 2 in the second as well. But being down 2-1 after the second, we liked our game, and we just stuck with it and found a way.
Corey, there was a time when the Vegas was really hard to play 5-on-5, and you guys would often beat them with the power play, but 5-on-5 was a draw. Tonight, you guys beat them 5-on-5. You're the better team. How does that play out as this series goes on?
Well, I mean, the power plays are few and far between. There's only going to be a couple of games. So 5-on-5, you have to be good. You have to be strong. You have to win that territorial advantage. And they're a good team. Like they play well positionally. They play well defensively. They're well rehearsed, and we found ways to create some offense tonight, and we'll find some more ways.
Corey, do you feel like you frustrated Vegas with your defense final 2 periods?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's we were more focused on what we were doing with the puck and how to keep them, off the rush and make them come 200 feet. We know how good they are off the rush. They scored a goal against us. That second goal was off the rush, and so you have to take care of the puck and manage that puck.
Calvin, just at the back here, you've watched John Klingberg since he arrived, trying to find his game. What would you say just kind of about his puck moving on a night like tonight, the quality of the passes that you've got a great view watching him do it. So what have you noticed here?
Yeah, I hope everybody noticed how good he was out there tonight. He was dancing back there. A big reason why we didn't give up a ton was how good our D were breaking the puck out, and they didn't have a ton of sustained forechecks because we were moving the puck really well, and he was definitely the culprit back there. He's been doing it his whole career. He's such a good puck mover and finding open guys. So he's been great for sure.
Corey, you mentioned that the game you guys found your game late in the first period. How important was that goal while Calvin has to make the next save? You needed the next goal in that same situation. So how was it vital for you guys to score that goal with 4 minutes left to play?
It's huge to find a way to get one before the end of the period. That was our mentality. After they scored that second one, was let's start going here. Let's get that next one and see where this goes from there. And those 2 guys are world-class players, made some world-class plays, and I was a beneficiary on that one.
Calvin, Corey, it seems like in the time that Chris has been coach here, he's always coming up with adjustments. Like, what is it about him and the way he does things where there's always a plan B, a plan C, a plan D, and it usually works out well for all of you?
You got it. Thanks. Yeah, he's a smart coach, and those are things that smart coaches do in game and game to game and day to day. So, it's worked. It's continued to work, and hopefully it continues even more.
Corey, just back here. You've outscored teams 18-6 in the third period in overtime through 7 games in the playoffs. How do you explain that? Why has that been the case?
I just think our game doesn't change. You look at how we play and how we've scored. We scored some 6-on-5 goals, but tonight our game didn't change. We didn't turn the puck over. We just kept coming at them, kept putting the puck deep, and then eventually we made some plays off the rush. And Himes with a great shot, Brownie, great individual effort, and that's how it's done. And I can't say enough about our team game.